Sri Lanka's most powerful news brand.
Now, over the past couple of days, we at the Newsfirst Centre have been reporting on a weather system that has caused havoc in Sri Lanka. Now, this weather system has moved away from the country, but we are still continuing to face the effects of this weather system, and we are hearing reports that another weather system is on its way. So let's take a look at the satellite images, let's take a look at the maps to see where the weather system is now and what we can expect in the days to come. Now, the low pressure system that was around here about 2 to 3 days ago has moved well into the Arabian Sea and is currently off the coast of India. As you can see, the center of this depression is currently off the coast of India, but the outer edges of this weather system is still hovering over the country. So that is why we are continuing to face some rainfall, some considerable amount of rainfall these days as well. If you take a look at the cloud cover, you can clearly see the weather system that is here, and you can also see a weather system creeping in from this area, from the Indonesian side. It seems to be creeping towards the country. So let's take a look at this particular weather system. The current predictive models suggest that this particular weather system will close in on the country by Monday, the 4th of this month. This is the weather system as it stands today. This bright purple area is where the most rainfall is being experienced today. Let's take a look at the 4th of this month, that's Monday, to see where this weather system will be. There you go. By the 4th, the center of this depression will be the closest to the island. It will mainly affect the eastern and northern areas of the country. Heavy rainfalls, highly possible, and there will also be strong winds in this sea area caused due to this new system that is expected to close in on the country by the 4th. If you fast forward to the 5th, the predictive model suggests that it will move a bit closer, but it seems to be moving upwards towards India. Fast forward to the 8th, it will be moving away from the country and going towards the northern region of India. So the path of this second system is coming in from the Indonesian side, closing in on the eastern sea border, but moving away upwards and away towards the Indian side. So even though this weather system is not expected to make landfall, the outer edges of this system will still cause a considerable amount of rainfall over the next week, and there will be heavy, strong winds experienced in the sea areas of the eastern coast. So if you are setting out to sea from this area especially, be very careful. The western and southern areas, we are likely to receive less amount of rain. The wind speeds are expected to be less, but the northern and eastern regions, if you are in these regions, you need to be careful as this weather system approaches. Now, the earlier weather system, which went through the country a couple of days ago, has caused a certain amount of damage to the infrastructure as well as lives. Let's take a look at the damages caused by this weather system.
The inclement weather that was experienced recently has had a direct impact on 16 districts. According to the Disaster Management Centre, 15 casualties have been reported due to the inclement weather. 106,076 people belonging to 31,165 families were affected by the inclement weather. The Disaster Management Centre reports that 694 homes were completely damaged, while further 25,117 houses suffered partial damages. 4 fishermen have been reported missing after setting out to sea from Negombo on the 16th of last month. The missing vessel has been identified as the Tharushaputa multi-day trawler, and the crew of 4 included a father and son. The remains of another fisherman who was on board one of the 7 vessels that disappeared after setting out to sea from the Dodanduwa harbour washed ashore near Balapitiya today. 3 such bodies washed up along the coastlines yesterday. The remains of the 26-year-old Ukrainian national who went missing while bathing in the sea in Gaul washed ashore in Indruva this morning. Heavy rains and strong winds were experienced in the Batticaloa area today. Several low-lying areas in the Galle district remain inundated today. Areas such as Agalia, Dodangoda and Nagoda in the Baddegama Divisional Secretariat area were inundated in this manner. A number of low-lying areas in the Bope, Poddala area were also inundated due to the inclement weather. Several areas in Mathare, including Makadura, Sapugoda, remain inundated today as well. The National Building Research Organisation notes that the landslide warning issued for 9 districts remains in place. Residents in the Badulla, Ratnapura, Mathale, Galle, Mathura, Kandy, Norelia, Kegalle and Kaluthara districts have been advised to remain vigilant due to the possibility of landslides and cut slope failures. A large number of people were affected by power failures caused due to the inclement weather. Officials of the Ceylon Electricity Board were seen working tirelessly today as well in order to restore the electricity supply.
66 safe evacuation locations being set up over the country. So all the relief missions being started by the Minister of Disaster Management and the National Disaster Relief Centre with the coordination of the Disaster Management Centre. Triforces Police giving a police cooperation over the country in all the missions.
With the changes in weather that are happening, Newsfirst received a report of a bit of a bizarre incident where fishermen that set out to sea from the Batticaloa area have been catching a lot of sea snakes. Let's take a look at the visuals.
When contacted, the National Aquatic Resource Research and Development Agency or NARA said the public need not unnecessarily panic about the situation. It added the reduction in the levels of salinity in the seawater and the rise in temperatures is caused for this phenomenon. NARA went on to note that the direction of waves and change in wind courses could also be the reason for this occurrence.
Justice is sometimes a slow and strenuous process. That is why on occasions people, especially in the villages, pray to Mother Nature for her to grant justice of some sort towards them. Keeping this in mind, we are now going to listen to the views expressed by Namal Karunaratna of the All Ceylon Peasants Federation, who had something very interesting to say.
The central bank was robbed in broad daylight. Not only that, billions of rupees are allocated to buy luxury vehicles, purchase official residences, repair them and go overseas trips. Money is swindled during the construction of expressways. It is the people who are forced to pay the price through all of this. All these thieves are living the life in Parliament. Whose lives are lost in landslides? Who gets washed away by floods? Whose property is destroyed? Who faces all these tragedies? It is the farmer. Even Mother Nature is punishing the innocent people whose livelihoods is farming, while these thieves go ahead with their luxurious lives.